Now, I've been a practicing psychic and medium since the turn of the millennium. And one of the things that can sometimes come out of a psychic reading are the possibilities of what may happen down the road into the future. Now, I'll preface this by saying that the information is not coming from someone in spirit, but rather from peering into the fabric of time from a psychic point of view. Spirits, for the most part, don't offer predictions, not very often. At any rate, you might be wondering, how is that future prediction seeing thing even possible? And why do some predictions come true and others do not? Well, first of all, one could always say coincidence and that it's all rubbish. Easy enough. However, there are some predictions that at the time are so outlandish and yet still come true. And you have to ask how and why. For example, several years ago, I was doing a group event at a client's home, and I told one of the participants that I saw their house getting flooded. I drew the home on my whiteboard that I had at the time and indicated where I saw the water going. At the time, the recipient thought it was quite ridiculous, and how can you not? But then a few months later, she came back to tell me that a water main had broken in her yard, and sure enough, flooded her home exactly as I had seen it. So how do psychics see these events or other things happening to people? Again, it's all about energy. And time itself is a function of energy weighted on probabilities. Probabilities are like a list of what is possible and capable of happening based on the current environment and the nature of the energetic trends a person is engaged in. Where focus goes, energy flows. And that filters out what probabilities will and will not occur. Why do some predictions happen? Well, because the nature of the energetic trend remains unchanged, unchallenged, and the impression of the future, indeed the very future itself, since time is really not linear, is its own reality, which can reach backward into the present moment, which the psychic can then intuitively pick up on. Now, if that's the case, that the future is simultaneous and can intuitively be experienced, then why do some predictions fail? The answer? Because the trend had been altered after the psychic saw it, and hence changed the weight and nature of the probabilities as to what would be physically experienced. This is not to say the previous prediction was wrong or false. In the realm of quantum mechanics, every possible outcome is experienced in some kind of parallel universe, but not only those probabilities with the greatest intent for physical manifestation will be experienced here. And guess who makes that determination? You do, not the psychic. And that line of energetic thrust, which turns probabilities into reality, can be altered in a single thought. This is why I caution everybody who gets any sort of future predictions. They are never written in stone, but rather a flowing river which can be altered by a huge new boulder of thought and determination. You are in control of your life and no one else. It's only when you abdicate that freedom to someone else's vision will you find someone else's predictions of your life coming true. And hey, if they're good predictions, go for it. That's just another amazing affirmation of your great multidimensional spirit. Please, if you've enjoyed this video, share it with your friends. And for more information on this subject and many others regarding the wonders of your spirit, please check out my award-winning book, Your Magical Soul, How Science and Psychic Phenomena Paint a New Picture of the Self and Reality, available at Amazon.com. Please like me on Facebook at Jeffrey Marks Author, and follow me on Twitter. And if you've enjoyed this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel to see other videos similar to this. Remember, you were born a perfect spirit, so be sure to have a spirited day. See you next time.